Hello guys, I'm Nestor Arriaga, DJ producer Chicago based, and today I'm gonna show you how to make music in Ableton as if you were in kindergarten. Let's go. Okay, so on the previous video, you remember we were doing a little bit of mix down here and there, right? Playing a bit with the volumes levels and some EQing and some side chain as well. So I moved forward a little bit on the project so you can have a better look or where we at. From this part, we're gonna move into the arrangement, which I know a lot of people who are beginners, they struggle a lot with this because they don't know how to really break down a song, right? So we're gonna get into that. But first, let me show you. So here on the kick, as you can see, we added nothing crazy, mono. Remember what I told you about the mono? You're kicking your bass always in mono. And then we have our bass line here with a bit of compression, and then the drums as well. Some EQing, side chain, and then some saturations. Here we didn't add anything. I didn't feel it wasn't needed. Plus, this is a beginner tutorial, so don't think we need to go crazy about that. At least not at the moment, okay? And then here the hats, I think this one was clipping a bit, so I just put a little bit at the end, so to reduce the highs, as you can see it over here. Then on this one, we left this one clean. This one we cut some high frequencies as well. You see we have these two, the closed hats and the shakers. We have them pan both, one to the right, and another one to the left. Not crazy amounts, like probably like a 50% and 25%. I would say maybe even 40. And then on the percussions, same. We added some compression. We used the other compressor here, as you can see. And then on the instruments, we also did the same job. This keeps a smooth beginner balance on your mix, so if you're starting, this is how you can start playing with your EQing, with your compression and saturation, playing with the radio, with the side chains, and the amounts of saturation you want to give it to your sound. Coloring, which when you hear people in the listen to this because some people get confused. When you hear the term coloring or music production, they're pretty much talking about saturation, like give it a little bit more power, push your sound a little bit more, That's what they mean. In case you didn't know, now you know it. You're welcome. Okay, so we have all this. This is how it sounds, the result. Well, not the final result, but what we have so far. Now we're gonna start breaking it down. All right, let's take a listen. Let's see. Okay, we came up with 21 sounds, which is good, Okay, from here we're gonna go to the arrangement part, right? We still haven't add effects or anything like that yet, but I'm gonna show you a couple ways on how you can do this. Okay. All right. So we have our tracks. I'm gonna make this smaller. Usually what I do sometimes, I copy paste the whole project and just like copy paste, duplicate the whole project until whatever time I want the song to be like. For example, 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever, just duplicate. That's one way to do it. Then the other way, it's when you're actually recording live, when you're using like analog drums, modular racks, synthesizers, all of that kind of stuff. You can also play with it live and play with all your knobs and stuff. But we're not working with any of that, so we're just gonna keep it simple. So you have an idea. So I'm gonna keep everything short, small. Let's see. I mean, there's a way to do this, just to command and duplicate, but I want to be like right there, precise, so you can learn. Okay, so I have all of this. So we're gonna go ahead. Remember what I told you. So you can either select this with your mouse, right, and just hit duplicate, boom, or command C. Let's go back, okay? Or you can just drag it right here, which is almost the same, right? So it doesn't make a big difference. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and duplicate. Duplicate, 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 duplicate. You see the bars down there are moving. It's telling you the actual length of the track. So let's bring it a little bit. Okay, 6 minutes and 40. All right, sounds good. Okay, so we want to start breaking down our track, right? So we have the song here. I mean, you need to make breaks and add effects to all of this and blah blah blah. Of course, remember this thing right here. This is to set loops. I show you in the previous videos on how to use this function. If you don't remember, please go back to that video. I think it was the first one or the second one or something like that. But anyways, okay, so there's 2 ways to do this. So you either grab a reference songs. You probably have heard this before. For example, like this. Let's insert another audio track, like reference. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the top, right? So what's my reference tracks gonna tell me? I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna grab one of my tracks just to give you an example. Just an example, okay? This is one of my tracks. Boom, okay? And here, as you can see, I'm gonna mute it so you can listen a little. Okay, so here's my intro, right? This is my intro. All right. This is also part of my intro right here. This is, let's say, this gap right here, it's a little breakdown. And then I have a drop here all the way to the 65. Yeah, I'm going to explain it to you like that. All the way to 65. And then from 65 till 73, another break right here. A lot of things can happen in between all these things. It depends on you and the style, the type of music you're producing. But I'm just giving you an idea from my expertise. Okay, so then you see you have another drop over here, boom, and then voila, you have another break from 97 to 130 something. And then what else? You got another drop. Maybe, yeah, it's another drop and a lot of variations here. It looks longer because it has a drop and I think already an outro combined here. This is a huge drop with like multiple things happening here. So I'm gonna show you really quick. It sounds a bit compressed because we're working at 125 and that song, if I'm not mistaken, is 127. Let's see if we change it. Let's see if we change the time, or maybe, let me see, maybe because it's rap. I'll explain that function later. Okay, let's see. So let's see one more time. We're gonna lower it down. Okay. So that's a drop right there, okay? Simple. And then from there, from the 113 all the way to 157, you have like here another small breakdown, boom, and then outro. Okay, that's let's say an easy part. I usually, when I'm working and doing these layouts, I don't follow a pattern. I go whatever I feel like. I like to produce my music in a different way, for some reason. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't respect sometimes that I'm going to throw like an intro or an outro or like some chorus, some breakdowns at certain times in the track. Yes, I do, but sometimes I don't, or sometimes I do the opposite. It's just weird, but that's the way I do it, and that's how I like it. That is what represents me and my music, but not all of them, not all the tracks, okay? Just some of them. But if you have the chance and the time to take a look at them, listen to them and analyze them and be like, what are you doing here? Stuff like that. Okay. But anyways, let's move on. So I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to tell you the other way. This is a way that I think you as a music producer, as a beginner, you should start. This is how I started, but it's not like the first time I just sat right there and I just started doing like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this here and there. No. I will listen to so many music, like so much music on a daily basis that I will be like, oh, why this? I will start questioning everything. I will be like, why this goes into this place, why this other things goes to this area, why change, why does that, why, what is this thing right here called? We're talking about like probably like more than 14 years ago or something when I started questioning all this thing. Okay, so let me delete this reference. We're gonna do it as we starting, because we all starting to make music, even myself, with these tutorials. It's been fun. It's been fun. Okay, so let's see. We got our kick, the whole track actually. All right. So we have one thing that is called locators. You can enable them by clicking right click here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, here. So you go to the top and you click locator, right click, go over here, and then let's say intro. Boom. I'm just giving you ideas. I don't know how we're gonna lay this out. We're just gonna do it on the go. Okay. So here, you see intro. You got your basic song structure. Intro, 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds, and then like at the minutes you go again, and then like drop. You can call it drop 1, for example. Boom. And here from this intro you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then boom, break. Small break in here, blah blah blah, whatever, or you can even start your break a little bit earlier and create a little bit more tension on your breakdowns. I don't know, it's all up to you. It depends on the type of music. All right, so you have the break, the intro, so you go drop 1, 2, 3, 4, and in here add something, add whatever it is that you want to add, right? It could be in the instruments, effects down there, vocals, whatever comes to your mind, that's where you throw in there. It doesn't matter. So I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, so you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom. Let's say you add another like break, or not only a break, not only break. You can either do break or drop, because everybody does these things like in a different way. That when you actually get this and you start making your own music, you'll be like, oh, no wonder why this song that I like sounded like this. It is because this producer, instead of doing this, what I was expecting, they did this instead. Now it all makes sense. Of course, because everybody has their own way, right? So let's move on. So count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, either variation, boom, and then you go another 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 minutes. You can either do a break, I don't know, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You will see, and then we do another drop and add synth something. I don't know, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, another variation. Let's say some other people will be like, no, too many variations. It's okay. Everybody does it different, I know people that really likes to create variations like heavily. You will be surprised. Okay, so and we go 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and then we have a long break. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, long break. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then drop. Right? I know in some other genres, like if you were doing progressive house, man, that break, you will be like, all the way. It's like 6 minutes break. Just kidding. But I know, and if you ever heard like progressive house music, they tend to have, or melodic, I don't know why they call it melodic nowadays. But anyways, when you hear these breakdowns of progressive house music, they tend to have a longer breaks. So a regular track might have like a 1, 2, 3, like a 4, 8 bars break, for example. And then this type of music we have, like, instead of this right here that I'm showing you, it will have like double. I'm gonna change the color so you can see. So it will have like this. This will be the break for a progressive house or something. Sometimes even more. I know guys that push it a little bit more all the way here, and that's cool because that's their style. That's how they do it. And they got great music. So it depends on you. Always depends on you. Don't be thinking that much about others when it comes to your music, because it's your essence, what you want to express. Okay, so let's keep going, and I'm gonna go back into the regular breaks, because then I'm gonna get gonna get you guys lost. Okay, long break. We have it, and then another drop. We go like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another variation, pa 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 pa, and then oh sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, vocal maybe something. Another sound 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like another. You can do another break now. On this break, this could be like with the more quiet, more peaceful, you know. I'm gonna show you right now. Quiet, let's say. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from here, another drop, you know, and so on. Like this. So you have 4. Let's just change the color. 4. And then here variation, or maybe even outro, because we're reaching the 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here you can do your outro. Boom. And then from here 1, 2, 3, 4, outro again, outro. So in the outro, you're basically just reducing sounds, you know, just keeping it a little bit more quiet, until your track is completely done. And yeah, on the next video, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you more ideas on, based on what we just did now, how we can break it down. Like, oh, you can add this, you can remove that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. And I hope you are enjoying these music production videos as if you were in kindergarten. You know, I'm happy that you are learning. Some people have texted me and be like, "Hey man, I was watching your videos. I haven't watched the last one, but they're so cool. I'm learning." And I'm like, man, that gives me joy. That fulfills me. You know, that I can also help others. But anyways, I hope you're having a great week, and I see you in the next time. All right, ciao.